daddy born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday morning, May 30th, 2024, 6:30 a.m., bright and early. Glad you could all be here to join me. My mission and my goal is to help you become a profitable currency trader. And I do that by showing you how to trade using our simple but very, very accurate proprietary trading indicators. We've got a dozen different trade strategies. When we train someone, we basically develop a customized plan based around your availability to trade and your risk preferences. Personalized one-on-one training, I think, is the most efficient and effective way to learn anything. Finding someone who knows what they're doing and who's willing to show you, that gets you there faster. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we've got going this morning. We first need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. I actually didn't get everything teed up that I wanted to get teed up, so let's see if we can just pull it up real quick. One of the things that differentiates us is that, yes, we have training videos, but training videos aren't quite enough. And I know you can find a lot of videos on YouTube, and there's books out there, but on YouTube there is so much information. It's hard to figure out what's good and what's not. We've culled it down to specifically what we think you need to know in order to do it well, and we're so confident that we have done that properly, is that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money. But one of the ways we teach, in addition to the personalized one-on-one training and the group webinars, is that we do these live trades where experienced trader comes online and walks you through their process, and you learn by watching. You see, they'll tell you what they're doing, why they're doing it, and by watching that multiple times, you'll pick it up and figure it out. But we were also very focused on training. When you work with us, training itself is 17 weeks, but we're going to be working with you for an entire year. So you always have, you've got a guide that's there who cares and wants you to make money. I work off of a little checklist. That checklist helps keep me focused, and let me pull that up too. Sorry, I don't already have it up. Every day I find it useful to restart the green chart. It just keeps the memory, it like refreshes the memory and also picks up any updates. One of the activities that I think is crucial to being a good trader is constantly going back and taking a look at what trades didn't go the way you thought. In professional sports, you see, everybody goes back and looks at the tape to figure out what could be done better so that they can correct it next time around. Our simulator or our indicators have a simulator built into it so that you can go back to the specific time when you took the trade and take a look at what the indicators were telling you and figure out what it was that you missed or what went wrong in your trade. That's very valuable. Last night, I don't really spend that as much time when we on the winning trades, but last night, if you took the overnight trade, both trades closed profitably, and that is one of our simpler trades. We are technical traders. We are focused. Our indicators work based on the price action. So, however, news does impact currency prices. So we want to know what that news is so that we can trade around it. And the place I like to look at the news is forexfactory.com. Forex Factory breaks our news down into 3 pieces. Yellow, which is low impact, I ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact, I ignore those. But some people pay attention to these. And red, which is high impact. These are the guys I want to trade around. And this morning, we've got some news on the gross domestic product, unemployment claims at 8:30, and pending home sales at 10. I like to stay out of the market 2 hours before these news announcements. Some people do trade news announcements, but really, unless you've got some inside information, it's quite hard to do. And because the information starts to leak a little bit before the news announcement, I don't want to get stuck holding a position when the price action's telling me buy, but because this news item, it's going to be a big down move. So we work around it. So this morning, we will not trade since we're within the 2-hour window here. We're not going to trade the USD. As I said, we've got a dozen different trade plans or signals. The one I use during the day, which is different than the one I use for the overnight trade setup, is the 10-point trade signal. There are 3 parts to the chart, and basically we're trying to get the lines from all 3 sections to agree. And when we have that, that's a high probability trade. So I'm not quite as interested in the entry on this trade. I'm interested in making sure the direction of the move is correct. So with that, let's go and take a look and see what we've got this morning. The chart we're going to trade off is the light 6 major. It is one of the standard charts. It's a composite chart. It is showing us 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all US based. And we're going to start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. So basically, I am looking for situations where the lines are either oversold, so they're down here and going up, and I want to ride that through the channel. And you can see we have 3 up candles, and then or when the market's overbought, that's a good time to sell, and I want the lines going down. So in this case, I don't have agreement. The majors are going up, minors are going down. I want all the lines going in the same direction. So since I don't have agreement here, I don't need to look at any of the other stuff. I'm just going to go on to the next pair. Overbought, majors going up, minors going down. So no agreement. We're just going to pass. And pound USD, we get the same situation, overbought, minors going down, majors going up. So nothing. USD Canadian dollar, oversold, minors going up, majors sideways. Technically, this is up, but both the green line and the red line have a slight slope up. But I want this green line to have at least a 45-degree angle to it. If it doesn't have a 45-degree angle to it, I'm going to pass. And actually now it's starting to come down. So we're going to pass. Dollar Swiss franc, oversold, minors going up, black and gray going up, majors going down. Usually when the majors are so far away from the oversold line, I don't like to take the trade. I prefer it when it's just about to enter the channel. So when it's way down here, you can see it's been hanging out down here for 3 or 4 hours. So you had a little uptick here, but then it turned and came back down. Dollar yen, everybody's going up, but we are more than halfway through the channel, the green line, that is. I'm not quite as interested. I want the direction of the minors to be consistent with what the majors are telling me. I don't care quite as much what the position is of the minor indicator. That is, I don't care that he's already run through the channel as long as he's going in the same direction. But on the major indicator, I prefer to have the green line below the halfway point. Now, you may come up with a trade that when it's 3/4 of the way, you can still carve out. What you need. Like you'll see that I trade off the 1 hour chart, and I like to be 30 minutes or halfway into it for the lines to form. But on a 1 hour chart, a trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips, and I'm looking to carve out 11. And I expect my trade to close within 1 to 3 hours. So here, can I get 11 pips off of this? Yes, I can, but it's not a trade that I want. And actually, let's just take a look here. So here you were overbought, and you could have carved out 10 pips. You can see it right there under measure. That's just not. I don't want to have a buy trade when we're overbought, because at some point it's going to turn around and come down, and I don't want to get stuck. So I've cloned this chart, and I've got some non-USD pairs here. So Euro pound, we're more than halfway through the channel. Australian dollar yen overbought going up. Euro Canadian dollar overbought going up. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar overbought. Minors coming down. The green line of the majors coming down, but the red line's going up. I want all the lines going down, so it's not quite. Pound yen overbought going up, so nothing there. But like, here is a nice turn. Had you caught this, you could have clearly got the carved out 11 pips. You could have even probably gotten about 30 pips here. Let's just take a look. Had you caught this, 60 pips. Big move here. Euro Australian dollar, we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. So again, I've cloned this, and we've just got more pairs to look at. So we'll walk our way through till we find a setup that we're looking for. Canadian dollar yen reaching overbought. Euro New Zealand dollar overbought. Majors coming down, minors. Ooh, this black line is he coming down or is he horizontal? Black line looks like he is horizontal to me. Want all the lines coming down. We might come back to this one. Euro. Oh, there he is. He's coming down a little bit. Euro, New Zealand dollar. So I've got 3 points here. One, that we're overbought. Two, all the lines are coming down. And three, the red line is crossed over the top of the green line and the black line is crossed over the top of the gray line. So 3 points. It's a plus that I like the steepness of the green line. It's greater than 45 degrees. It's a plus that the green line is entering the channel. So when I have the 3 points here, I'm going to jump up to the TNTs and count how many lines are supporting the sell signal I see here. Thick orange is horizontal, so that's neither buy nor sell. Thin orange is going up. I want it to be going down. So I got 0 of the orange lines. Thick blue is going up. Blues are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. So I only have one of the 4. I want 3 of the 4. I want 3 of the 4. So I am going to pass. I'm not quite ready. This isn't quite ready yet. Pound New Zealand, minors coming down, majors coming down, minors sideways. New Zealand dollar, yen, overbought, everybody's going up. Dollar, New Zealand dollar, majors going up, minors sideways. Euro, Swiss franc, oversold, minors are going up. Majors are going up, but we don't have the double cross. The green hasn't crossed over the red. Plus, I don't like it, as I said earlier, I don't like it when the majors are so far away from the red line because they can hang out when you're down here and going kind of sideways. They can hang out here for a while. So I don't like that. We're going to pass. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, overbought. Everybody's still going up. Swiss franc, yen, overbought. Everybody's kind of still going up. Pound, Australian dollar, oversold. Everybody going down. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, oversold. Minors are going up. Majors are going up. I've got the double cross. Green's crossed over. Gray's crossed over. Green line is 45 degrees. So I want it to be at least 45 degrees. So I've got that there. I don't like that it's so far away, but I do have the 3 points. When I jump up to the TNTs, thin orange is going up, telling me buy. Thick orange is going up, telling me buy. Thick blue is coming down, telling me buy. So 3 of the 4 are telling me buy. Now I'm going to jump down to my pressure. I want the pressure lines either going up or I want the green line on top. We've got the green line on top, so that's a point, and it's pulling away from the red line. So we've got 7 points here. 1 point here, 3 points here, and 3 points here. So now what I want to do, as I said, I'm interested in getting the direction right. And I have a confirmation that I do to make sure that the direction is going to go in the way I want it. And that confirmation is I'm going to look at multiple time periods. So we got New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, New Zealand dollar, CHF, Swiss franc. So here's a chart that's showing me multiple time periods. So New Zealand dollar, 1 hour, New Zealand dollar, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, and day. And I am interested on the 2 hour and the 4 hour that they're both oversold. And in this case, they are. I don't need the lines to be pointing up, but I do want them oversold. In this case, the green line's pointing up, green line's pointing up on both of them. The reason I want these oversold is I want to, if for some reason this signal weakens, I will still pick up the trade off of the 2 hour chart or the 4 hour chart. It's just going to take longer for the trade to happen. I don't mind a trade taking 5 hours versus a trade taking 1 hour and it losing, because to come back from a loss is a lot more work, and basically what's going to happen is you're just going to break even for the day. Versus if I can get the direction right, I'm going to make money. So I like this. I've got the confirmation I want. Then the question is, what's the trade worth? And unlike some of our trades are predetermined, that if you see A and B, it's worth 3 pips or 5 pips. In this case, I need to figure out what this is worth. And I'm going to figure out by looking at a clean chart. And oops. What am I doing here? There we go. So here's a clean chart, and I need to make it into New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. So I'm going to scrunch it up to get some increase the number of data points, and I'm going to drop some support and resistance in here. So support and resistance are spots where the candles tend to naturally stop. And let's see if we can get one here. So they seem to stop in here, stop in here, stop in here. These lines tend to be about 30 or 40 pips apart. We don't have a good one on this side. I'm not crazy. 5531, 5550. Maybe to here it seemed to stop and turn. Over here it bounced. Let me just. Seems to stop in here a little bit too. Now, here you see there's an uptrend. Kept going up, uptrend. And we're seeing a downtrend here. So I want to know where these support and resistance lines are, because this is going to be the band within which I trade within. And I want to know what the trend is. So here we're looking at a buy, but we are trading within a sell trend. So I'm going to take less pips than I might normally take, because I don't want to get caught. When you're trading against the trend, you can, carve out a little piece as it bounces back and forth, but I don't want to get stuck. If I was here and I took a buy trade and then it just keeps shooting down. So I want to know how much room I have to the spots. So I've got, if you look up on the top left, you'll see it's 7.5 pips up. And 6 6.7 pips down. And if we were to go all the way up here, it's 16 pips up. Now the question is, I don't really like to take a trade for less than, let's try one more thing here. This is a little bit advanced. When you have a big down move like this, the price tends to retrace based on what they call a Fibonacci pattern. Fibonacci was an Italian mathematician who found this pattern that replicates itself in all sorts of things. And here, it will retrace to the 38% mark, which is right where our support and resistance is. So, let's take a look at the signal one more time before we decide what we want to do. All right, so this is buy, over confirmation. So now let's just go back and decide. The signal is good. I think we're going to go ahead and take a 7.5 pip trade. So you can do that in your simulator, or if you're using MetaTrader 4, this is a demo account. First, I need to open the pair. The pair is file, a new chart, and New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc is going to be in this third group here. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc right down here. I'm going to open up the chart. I'm going to make it a 1 hour chart, so I'm looking at the same thing. We get about a half a pip for a spread. That's all right. So based on how much is in the account, let's get this so we can see it a little bit better. This is a demo account. It's got 12,700 in it. I'm going to move the decimal place over 4 spots. So 1.27 is going to be my lot size. So I click new order. I go to 1.27. I can go anywhere from half of that, say 0.6, all the way up to 2.5. Market execution buy. It records it. I right click, go to modify. I'm going to drop in, we're going to go to 7.5 pips. To add a 0, 7 pips is 70 points, but so it'll be 75 points. I click the little blue button here, and it's going to do the math for me. And we're going to use a 3-to-1, so 75, 152, 225 will be our stop loss. Click the red button, it does the math. Let's see what it looks like. And I want to just take a look at what it looks like against our chart here, what we decided here. Yeah, we're going right up to there. You know what? I want to stay inside of this. I'm going to just pull it back just a little bit so that we're within this wick. I want to be within this wick because, again, my goal is to just get in and get out. And that wick is right where our resistance line is. So I want to be on the inside of it. And let's do it this way, since I'm not grabbing it very well. Modify, and we're going to bring it down to, let's go 390 or 00. Oops, I didn't want to go down that far. So we're going to go back up. There we go. All right, so we took a buy on the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc, buy on the New Zealand dollar Swiss franc with a take profit of 0.55417, 0.55417, a stop loss of 0.55127. Stop loss of 0.55127. I expect this trade to close within the next 3 hours, next 1 to 3 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. If you want to learn to trade, if you want to learn to do anything, the best way is to find somebody who's already doing it, who's good at it, who's trustworthy, and who's willing to teach you. And we are all of that. We try to be very transparent in what we do. We are so confident in how well we can do this and our ability to teach you. We've taught thousands of people, is that we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So it's a win-win. We don't want you to lose the money because it's our money. And then we act as a guide and a safety net for you so that if you start to veer off track, we're going to step in, figure out what you're doing wrong, and correct it. Thanks so much. Look for my afternoon trade this afternoon and have a fabulous day. We will see you this afternoon. Bye-bye.